Hello everyone, welcome to the Scope Computer. In this tutorial, we'll discuss about the Shapefile and the Geodatabase. And we also see how we can create the Geodatabase in the Shapefile using the ArcMap. So what is the Shapefile? Shapefile is a non-topological format for storing the geometric location and attribute information of geographic feature that can be represented by point, line or polygon. So what is the meaning of non-topological formatting? So basically, non-topological format means that we cannot run the topology. And what is topology? Topology is showing the features, their exact feature. Like we can check our feature which we have described. It is overlap or not. If there is anything gap between the two feature or not. So that is the topology. In the Shapefile, we cannot run the topology, but in a Geodatabase, we can run the topology. When we create the Shapefile, we basically not creating the one Shapefile, that is the SSP, which is the store the figure geometry. Whenever we create the Shapefile, we basically creating the too many file supporting file also along with the .ssp. Like a AI and AIS, the attribute table is so the attribute table, and thus SSX format is so the index of the feature geometry, and XML is the metadata of the Shapefile. And what is the metadata? Metadata is the data of data. So simply show the data of the Shapefile, and DBF store the data, and SBN and .SBX is spatial index of the feature. And what is the Geodatabase? Geodatabase is basically the arrange our data properly so that we whenever we will not get lost among the data. It will create kind of folder, and from the folder we can add our data, create the data, and also we can add the raster images in the Geodatabase. So let's consider Geodatabase is a building. If we are talking about a building is a Geodatabase, and in a building there is floor, and floor is a feature data set. And where does people live? People live in rooms, right? And whenever we discuss about the room, we mainly discussing about the feature class. So basically, we store the feature in a room, means a feature class. So let's go directly move to the practical part, and we will create the Shapefile as well as Geodatabase in ArcMap. Let's create the Shapefile. Before creating the Shapefile, first I'll create a folder, new and folder. Right click on the digitization, click on the new, and select the Shapefile. Give the name, anything, like we are going to digitize the in West Bengal. So basically we are just giving the name West Bengal boundary, and we will digitize the West Bengal boundary. So we will select the polygon. In special reference, we are going to select GCS WH84, and then click OK. As we discussed earlier, whenever we create the Shapefile, it also creates the many supporting file of the Shapefile. We can see here this digitization. Here it is also created many supporting file along with the .ssp file, PRJ file, that is projection file, .dbf database file. So we are going to learn about some basic about the Geodatabase also. Click file database. There is two types of database, basically file geodatabase and personal geodatabase. In a file geodatabase, it is store the data as a file. Each dataset is held as a file that can store up to 1 TB in size. This is like most used geodatabase in ArcMap. In personal geodatabase, the data is stored as a Microsoft Access data file, and the size is limited to 2 GB. So basically, everyone is prefer the file geodatabase because it's a flexible to use, and we can store the data up to 1 TB in a size. So I'm clicking the file geodatabase and we'll give a name. West Bengal. Make sure you not give the space in between. If you want to give the space, just use the underscore. And as we discussed earlier, whenever we discuss about a geodatabase, basically creating the 3 things. The first one, geodatabase itself, and the second is a feature data set, which was the example as a floor of a building. So basically, I'm giving a name, something boundary, next, then GCS W34, next, and finish. You can create the file also, like feature class. Feature class is similar to Shapefile, but there is a lot of difference between the feature class and Shapefile also. So we can create the Shapefile same as West Bengal boundary, but here what we'll do, we'll import that Shapefile into that feature dataset as a feature class. So click on boundary, then go to import and select the feature class single. Go to your folder connection, then your folder, then select the Shapefile you are going to import in the geodatabase. Click on Edge. In the artwork feature class, write a name like West Bengal boundary. Make sure is the same location of your geodatabase and click OK. So here the Shapefile is imported as a feature class in a West Bengal geodatabase. So that is some basic concept about the Shapefile in a geodatabase. If you want to rename your Shapefile, then simply just select the Shapefile and give a single click and change the name. Make sure you are not changing the .ssp. Same with the geodatabase also. You just have to select and give a single click. And you can change the name of feature class, same as a feature dataset, and same for the geodatabase also. But make sure you are not change the format, because it will create the error. And as we discussed, we can create the topology in geodatabase, but we cannot do it in a Shapefile. Here you can see when click the right, new, and topology is there. But in Shapefile, if you click on the right, we don't get any topology options here. So that's why everyone prefer the geodatabase above the Shapefile. It is easy to use, easy to manage the data, and whenever you want, you can convert your geodatabase into a Shapefile also. For example, I'm just dragging our feature class here, and for creating into the shapefile, just right click, go to the data and click on export data. Select your folder path. Give a name of your file, name WB boundary. Then save as a layer. Click the save file and click on save and click OK. It is giving you an option. Do you want to add the exported data to the map as a layer? Yes or no? I'm not going to edit. So here, which we created now is a feature class to shapefile. It is there in our folder. I'm going to remove all this. Now I don't need this shapefile. Then I'm going to delete it. For deleting the shapefile, right click, click on delete. Same with that shapefile is also, because we are already imported the West Bengal shapefile into a feature class. So I'm deleting the West Bengal shapefile also. So that's it in our geodatabase and the shapefile. From next class we will digitize the West Bengal boundary and we will learn about the editor toolbar as well advanced editing toolbar in next lecture. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next lecture.